Hey guys, welcome to Romp Chess Rating Climb episode 16. So my last game ended in a draw on repetitions, sadly, unfortunately. I also missed a couple opportunities early in the game. I missed uh, an overloaded piece that my opponent had, and I failed to take advantage of that. And later in the game, I missed the opportunity to capture a pinned piece, which would have made a huge difference in the game. And I ended up drawing on repetitions. My opponent and I made the same moves 3 times, and it ended in a draw when I was actually ahead at that point in the game. So a little bit disappointed. So see if we can learn from that game and improve this time, and hopefully come away with the win. So we're going to be playing 15-10 again. So let's get it started. We're searching for an opponent. I'm going to be playing as black today. So we're opening with the opening with the knight. So I'm going to push my queen pawn to d5. So my opponent, just right off the bat, moves the same piece twice. Do I want to kick here? They could go there and try to force me to move this king. Yeah, let's go ahead and kick this knight away. So let's see what they're going to do with that pony. And they move it back. So let's develop my own knight to protect this pawn here. And they just keep horsing around with this knight. So what's up with that, guys? What is up with that? So I could bring my queen out, kick the knight here. I could kick with this knight. So let's bring the queen out. Okay, they're pushing their pawn. So the pawn is protecting here. So let's go ahead and develop. No, actually, I could also bring this bishop out to keep this pawn from pushing any further. So let's take a look at this for a minute. So this diagonal is open here. Actually, let's draw it this way. So this diagonal is open with a check. But white could block here, or they could block with a pawn. So that doesn't really do me a whole lot of good. This bishop is locked in. Let's go ahead and develop this other knight. Okay, so they pushing this pawn here. take white takes back, then I take the queen. White has to retake with the king. Yeah, so let's take. White takes back. I take with the queen. Okay, so I actually have another check here, but I can take here because this pawn is hanging. So let's go ahead and take here. Okay, so white brings the light square bishop down to here. However, let's see, this piece is attacked twice, defended twice. If I move this knight to here, that adds a defender to this knight. Geez, I know that's a lot of arrows. Adds a defender to this knight, plus attacks this bishop. No, I'm not looking at that right. So let's kick the bishop away. Also, just noticed that I've got this pawn hanging here, so white's attacking here. So let's go ahead and pick up this pawn here. Rook moves. So rook is protecting here. I can go ahead and castle this side and activate this rook to here, or I can push my pawn here, fianchetto this bishop. Let's go ahead and actually castle here. Now this guy is pinned. My knight is no longer pinned here. If I push this pawn, I can activate this bishop to here. So let's push. However, this pawn is actually hanging right now. So this pawn is hanging, which would be a fork to these two rooks. So I want to take here. White takes back. I can relocate my Where do I want to put the knight? Bring it here or move it forward? If I move it here, I'm attacking this pawn. So another check here, which is actually also attack on the knight. So I can relocate my knight to here. Oh, no, I can't. So yeah, looks like I've just blundered that knight. So let's move the, I'm going to lose my knight. Okay, I need to activate this bishop to connect my rooks. So where do I want to put the bishop? I can bring it here or here, or I could bring it to here, put pressure on the knight. So white is kicking with the pawn. So let's relocate to here actually. With a potential attack on the rook here. So let's attack the rook. Now the rook can't move anywhere on the back rank. Let's see. I can bring the rook's attacking here. The knight's covering there. Yeah, so let's lift this, lift the rook to here actually. So white's attacking here with this pawn. If I move to here, then I'm attacking this bishop. Okay, white takes. I can take back here. Let's get this rook on an active file here and put the pin back on this knight here. Okay, let's move this bishop to a safer position here. Well, that does relieve the pin on the knight, but if I check here, that'll reveal this attack. So white takes. I have a check here with the revealed attack. So let's check here. Now the king has to move. I have another check here. I can't check here because white could take back. If I move the rook to here, white could go here or here. So let's check here. Okay, let's check here. Now I have another check here. This is covered. Okay, so king is attacking here. Can relocate my rook to here. So the king can't move there, there, there. Can't move there or there. I need to get this other rook up. Okay. So I can actually bring this rook to here. Now the rooks are supporting each other. Okay, let's check here. Okay. Can move this rook to here. Protect the bishop. Check by the rook. Check by the rook. So let's go here. Let's go here. Okay, so let's relocate this bishop down here. Okay, so white is attacking here. To take. Actually, I take here. Now the king can't take back because that's covered. King can't go here, can't go here. Can't go here. So pushing a pawn. I think I will push my own pawns. Okay, let's just keep pushing. Okay, that's locked up there. Let's see. I can move here. It takes. Oh, I'm in check. Let's go. Actually, I have to go to the back rank. Go there. Let's go there. Let's go there. Let's go here. Okay, let's check. Oh, I didn't even notice I'm attacked here. Do a sacrifice, go ahead and take that pawn. I think yes. Take here. Let's check here. Let's move to actually here. Attack the knight. So I've got 1, 2, 3 squares to promote. We got a check, so let's go here. Okay, that's a smart move. Do I have a check? Actually, I do. So I have a check here. I could check here. 41 seconds. Man. Yeah, let's check here. Now this rook's going to go. Take here. Let's push here. Push here. Here. Go here. White's protecting the promotion square there, but I'm attacking the knight. Okay, so let's actually push here. Push here. Let's go here. Let's promote here. Okay, check. So let's go. Let's actually go here. Another check, but I can take. Take here. Okay, white promotes. So let's check. Do I have another check? I do. Can check here. I can check here. Let's see if we can promote a second queen. So queen here. Let's go here. Can't go there, can't go there. Can go here. Oh, can go here. If I go, let's see. Let's go back to here. Let's actually go to here. Now, one of my two queens has the skewer here. So let's go ahead and take that queen. Okay, now I've got a queen and a rook. Against a king and a knight. So let's check here. Let's check. Actually, let's pin the knight here. Let's check here. King can't go there, can't go there. You know what? I could actually take there, which is I think what I'm going to do, and just play with the end game with the king and the rook. Let's just simplify matters. Let's just simplify matters, shall we? Just need to try to get the box smaller. Actually move the king to there. Opponent wants to draw. I don't want to draw. I've had enough drawing this week. Just need to keep that king and rook connected. Okay, the box gets smaller. Now we got that box. So move the king again to here. Actually, I think I need to move the king to there so I can move the rook over again. here. Now, king can't go there, there, or there. So it has to go or there or there. So it has to go down this way and the box gets smaller. And they abandoned. So now I pulled that one out. I definitely made a couple blunders there, but I won. So let's do a review. Wow, this game was oh my goodness, this game was just all over the place. Opponent and I both had very low accuracy. Man, what an ugly game. I won, but it was definitely not pretty. Opponent has 6 blunders. I have 4 blunders, 13 misses, 8 mistakes, 7 and oh goodness, I definitely can't look at all that. But let's look at the highlights anyway. So just right off the bat, I don't even know that I've seen this opening before. Knight F3, the Reti opening, R-E-T-I, less common. So I didn't really know quite how to respond here. And then I just thought it was odd that that my opponent was just right off the bat started moving that knight just all over the place. Yeah, in hindsight, I definitely could have pushed the pawn here to take control of the center. I would have had two pawns in the center, which is what I should have done. I chose to kick the knight instead. So at this point, I'm winning by 2.2 on the evaluation bar. Here they're attacking twice. I take back, white takes. So I actually could have just taken the pawn here because this queen is defended twice. So let's see what that would have looked like. So if I had taken here, if white took, I would take back and kick the knight away. So now white has lost castling rights. And I actually considered this move in the game, just moving the rook over here with a check. That would have definitely been the most aggressive play. White would have either had to block with the bishop or the knight or move the king away. And then I would have had to either castle this side or find something else to do with the king. So I do want to take a look at this. The coach says A6 is in inaccuracy. I missed an opportunity to win material through a tactic. So let's see what the tactic was. So if I castled here, if I castled, that would have put white in check. Then if they blocked with the bishop, I take this knight. White takes back. I relocate the knight to here. King moves. Push pawn. White pushes. Then I could either lift the rook, attack both these pieces, or take here. So there's a, man, there's a huge miss. So this bishop is hanging. So I should have just taken there. Instead I took the pawn and attacked this rook here. And then I'm still missing that this bishop is just hanging there. Man, where was my head? So there's a blunder. Allowed opponent to win a knight through a fork. Is that what they did? Yeah. Yeah, so I blundered my knight here. Which would have been totally avoided if I had just captured the knight in the first place with that pawn. So this is a classic example of one mistake leading to another mistake later on. So at this point, white is winning by 3.9 on the evaluation bar. And this is a mistake here that my opponent didn't punish me for, because you know, when they drop this rook here, now they have both these bishops skewered. And kind of disappointed there. And so at this point, I know I'm losing one of those bishops. So that's the reason I lift the rook to here, because I know that white's probably going to take this bishop, and I can at least take the pawn. But they didn't. They pushed their pawn to attack here. Then they take. Yeah, this is not a huge mistake, but I moved the bishop too far. I should have put the bishop to here, which would have controlled this diagonal to take away this square from the king, at least. And at the time I think I was thinking that this square is attacked by the knight, but it's not, because the knight is pinned. So I missed this this hanging bishop here, but fortunately so did my opponent. So the opponent doesn't take. So I check here. And there's another miss. I should have just grabbed this knight. The knight is hanging. And that also would have moved this bishop to safety, so it would have solved two problems. So I'm moving the rook here to protect the bishop, but I could have moved the bishop and won material. And I'm still not seeing this. Okay, here I allowed my opponent to win a rook through a discovered attack. I'm thinking push the pawn. What would that discovered attack be? So, yeah, check there. To the king. King has to move. Then I lose the rook. Is that what they did? No, they missed it. They missed it too. Now here was a blunder. So I take this passed pawn. Because I'm down to minute 8 and I'm concerned about this this promotion. So that's the reason I took there, even though I knew I was going to lose the bishop. It says I'm now able to win material through a skewer. What was the skewer? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it. So if I had checked here with the rook, king would have to move. Then the bishop is hanging. There's another blunder. Blunder my rook away. But at least I get the bishop. At this point, I'm just trying to promote. White has their own promotion ideas. So here, yeah, here's another mistake. Instead of yeah, because this knight is attacked twice, right? It's attacked by both the rook and the pawn, and the 9 is protecting the promotion square, so I should have waited to promote. Here's another miss. If I had taken with the queen here, I would have just picked up a free piece because this square is protected by the rook. Now white is just chasing me around. So the rest of this is just, oh, here's my other blunder. But I kind of did this. I did this intentionally just to simplify the game. I knew I could win with a rook and a king. So just to simplify matters, and the rest of it is just making the box smaller. Trying not to, yeah, trying not to draw or lose my rook or do something stupid. So anyway, very, very ugly game, man. But I won. And I raised my elo to 569. So yeah, a lot to go back and look at there. If I find anything worth worth sharing with you guys. I'll do a 16.2 maybe. It'll be a brief one. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye for now.